if you're familiar with the endocannabinoid system, refers to the CB2 receptor. And so when we think of the endocannabinoid system, which is typically seen as the master regulator of balance in the body or homeostasis, what happens is it's a system that jumps into action anytime a process goes off balance. And what it does is it tries to bring that back into balance. So if something's too high, it brings it back down. If it's something's too low, it tries to bring it back up. Now, it does so through the activation of these receptors, and the two main ones that we talk about are CB1 and CB2 receptors. Now, CB1 receptor is the one that's mainly found in the brain and the central nervous system, and when we activate it, we feel the intoxication. And so when we think of cannabis in the sense of recreational use and THC and people getting high, it's because it activates that CB1 receptor. On the other hand, we have CB2 receptors, and CB2 receptors predominantly exist in the periphery, so outside the central nervous system, and has an incredible anti-inflammatory effect. And that's one of the main ways it works. So when we activate CB2 receptors, we bring about a lot of the health benefits associated with cannabis, but none of the psychoactive, or sorry, the intoxicating effects associated with cannabis. So all the health benefits, but none of the high.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and what are those health benefits? What do we get by activating the CB2 receptor?
Right. So, like I said, it's mainly related to the anti-inflammatory benefits, and as you already know, inflammation is an underlying factor in pretty much all degenerative conditions. So everything from neurological degeneration, including Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, MS, to cardiovascular disease, including congestive heart failure, high blood pressure, cholesterol issues. We see inflammation associated with things related to metabolism, like the way the pancreas works and insulin secretion, insulin sensitivity. The liver, the way the liver processes toxins and functions. So the list really goes on. The crazy thing is that when you look at the endocannabinoid system and the presence of CB2 receptors, it's found in pretty much every single tissue and organ in the body. And that's one of the reasons why when we look at the health benefits associated with CB2 receptor activation, it spans pretty much every condition that exists. And again, that makes sense because it's found everywhere in the body. The research is fairly new and it's developing. A lot of research is going on. And I think one of the things that we're going to see coming forward is so many more health conditions can be helped by the activation of these receptors. But at this point, there is still enough research to show that, you know what, if you do have if you're dealing with any sort of health ailment, activating the CB2 receptors is likely a good idea and has been shown to bring things back into balance, or at least help kickstart the body in its healing process.
Hey, this is Ari. I hope you enjoyed this video. And one more thing before you go. Actually, two more things. One is if you enjoyed this particular little clip, the link to the full-length podcast is in the description down below. So make sure to check that out. Also, one more thing. Let me ask you a question. What if I could show you how to double your energy levels and dramatically improve your brain function, reducing your anxiety and depression to a degree on par with antidepressant drugs, but without the side effects? Sound pretty interesting? Well, there are, in fact, numerous compounds that can do this, that have been shown to do this. And I'll take you through just a few of these very briefly. One of them is rhodiola rosea. And this has been shown in studies, rhodiola rosea extract in people with stress-related fatigue and exhaustion to cut their levels of fatigue and brain fog in half in less than a month. Just this one compound. There's another compound in my formula Energenesis called NT factor phospholipids that's been shown to help repair mitochondrial membranes and mitochondrial health to the level of healthy 29-year-olds taking people with deteriorated mitochondria who are over the age of 65, restoring it to the level of healthy 29-year-olds. And that has been shown in numerous studies in various types of chronic fatigue, aging-associated chronic fatigue, obesity-related chronic fatigue syndrome, to increase energy levels by 30 to 45% in the span of 4 to 12 weeks, depending on the specific study. So dramatic improvements in a very, very short period of time. Two more compounds that are amazing, I highly recommend, that are in my formula, Ultra Brain, along with Rhodiola rosea. Saffron extract. This has been shown to increase levels of, improve your mood, I should say, and decrease levels of depression on par with fluoxetine, which is Prozac. And not only that, but with fewer side effects. It's much safer and much less likely to cause negative effects than antidepressant drugs are. Acetyl L-carnitine is another compound that's been shown to dramatically improve brain health in older adults. It also improve energy levels in older adults with chronic fatigue by between 40 to 50% in just the span of 2 to 4 months. And the last thing I'll mention here is acetyl L-carnitine has also been compared to antidepressant drugs and been shown, like saffron, to be as effective as antidepressant drugs in combating depression, but without the harmful side effects that so often occur with the drugs. This is just a small sampling of the over 35 compounds that are in my formulas, Energenesis and Ultra Brain, that are all proven to dramatically improve energy levels, mitochondrial health, and brain health, and much, much more. And I highly recommend that you go check these out. If you're struggling with depression or anxiety or brain fog, if you're struggling with stress-related exhaustion and burnout, if you're struggling with chronic fatigue, go check out these formulas, give them a shot. I promise you are going to be blown away by the results. And like I said, the science has already proven that these things work. So you don't have to just take my word for it. There's lots of research to support that, and I'll even link to some of that research down below so you can verify everything that I just said for yourself. So the links to those studies will be in the description for this video down below. So check them out. Check out the formulas on theenergyblueprint.com. Again, Energenesis is the mitochondrial formula, and Ultra Brain is our brain formula. Check them out, try them out, and I think you're going to be blown away by the results. Thanks so much, and I'll talk to you again soon.